Hey guys, how's it going? Let me just turn down this music a little bit, and if you guys hear like reverb from the microphone, just let me know, and then I can turn that off. But anyways, I hope you guys are doing all right. Today we are going to be working on fixing up final bugs and to-do stuff. Everything is working pretty good. Multiplayer is working pretty good. It's not completely done, I guess, but it's pretty much done. So not going to worry about it too much. I just want to get the biggest bugs out of the way, and I think it should be good. Flare YouTube, how's it going? I am doing good. I hope you're doing all right too. So yeah, multiplayer actually got a little bit more complicated. Well, it didn't get much more complicated, but there's a more kind of protocol for connecting and stuff that I had to implement just to sort of solidify things. So we'll take a look at that. But Langors, how's it going? I hope you're doing all right. I'm doing good. So it's good to see you guys asking how I'm doing too. So usually I'm just asking you guys how you're doing. That's nice. FEZ0Z. Didn't know you were implementing netcode too. That's going to be interesting. Yep. So actually implemented most of the netcode pretty much. So we can take a look real quick. The final product, how it looks and stuff. And then I'll go over exactly what protocols and stuff I'm using. Stuff is kind of broken right now because I was working on to-do, so the title screen doesn't really have its background right now. That will be fixed though once we start working on the to-dos. Yeah, so we'll fix that. But let me pull up another command prompt window real quickly. So I'll just launch another version of the game over here. One of the things that I've implemented too is the join LAN server now has like a connecting screen and everything that actually goes and tries to look for any local servers. And so it pings for, I think it pings like once every half a second for like 3 seconds. So like 6 pings or whatever. And if it doesn't find anything, it just says could not find any servers. But then if I start the server over here and I say join, it'll look and then it'll just display the server by whatever the name of the user who is playing this one is. So when you create worlds, you now have to use a name as well when you're creating them. So then if I connect to the server, it tells me which players or which entities have joined in the past, and I can join as them, or I can join as a new entity, which is what that is. And if I start typing, it deselects over here, and if I select, it clears out that, since you can only join as one player. So if I join as Gabe2, you'll see we start loading everything. You'll see I popped up over there too, and if I jump up and down, and you can see the bug I'm working on, which is where these lines kind of disappear because of the transparent stuff behind it. They're like getting blended, and that's what we're going to be working on. But yeah, you can see that I can sort of walk around, and you see me over here walking around and everything, and can do whatever. I can start building stuff. It pops up real time. So yeah, all working pretty good. I can also talk now. I actually added chat, so like if I say hello, it says hello up here, and then we also get notified over here, and I say what's up. This one says what's up, and it shows my name as Gabe. So yeah, multiplayer is working pretty good, I would say. I'm pretty happy with the way it is. I've also got lag compensation, so you can see that like if I move on the left side, you'll see that it takes like it's exactly 300 milliseconds is how long it is before he starts moving. So that way we can make it look smooth even though it's not actually smooth. So we will take a look at how I did all of that today in just a second. So this is one of the bugs that we have to fix. For instance, when I leave, he does not actually disconnect. So we need to make sure that he gets set as offline, which is pretty simple. I just haven't implemented it yet because I want to fix stuff that's a little bit more glaring like this. It's been annoying me for a while. And that's also why the title screen is broken right now, but we'll fix that in a minute. So yeah, that's how it works. Oh, whoa. Now it's working, but this does not, it's not supposed to be here. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about. We got to fix this. Yeah. Anyways, though, yeah, that's how it's going. FairyTube, FOV is too low. Yes, it is. And I'm going to leave it that way to annoy people. And John Mega, how's it going? Hope you're doing all right. So, how does all that networking stuff work, though? Because there's quite a lot that had to go on into there. Let's talk about it once we get a few more people in the stream. For now, let's try and fix up. Let's try and fix up the those lines. So basically, what I know is going wrong is I'm doing order independent transparency sort of manually. So what does GL depth mask do? It basically just sets GL depth mask to true or false. I'm not completely sure because I followed a tutorial there, and this is just one of the default settings I'm turning back on. So got to look a little bit more into that. But anyways, what we're doing right now is I added order independent transparency a while ago, and the way it works is you basically use two different shaders. So for regular solid stuff that doesn't have any alpha, you use this thing called the opaque shader, and the opaque shader just basically outputs to the main frame buffer, outputs all the colors and stuff. But then for transparent stuff, or blended stuff, I guess is a more apt term because these are things that are blended, we have to output to two different things. We output to accumulation and reveal. And accumulation is basically like how much, I think that's like the alpha. Yeah, so accumulation is like the alpha. So it's basically like the color that's there. And then reveal is like the Z depth, like how close to the camera is this? Because that's sort of how we determine how much to reveal it by. And so then what we do is we use this mathematical function to figure out the weight of like how much we should blend this new color with whatever pixels currently in our buffer. And then we use this accumulation thing to figure out, okay, let's figure out using the weight and our alpha and our original color that's in there right now, what this color should now be. And then we add in the, okay, and I guess the revealage is the alpha. So this is like how much we should reveal it. So that's like how that works. I'm not completely, I still have to look into this stuff a little bit more because I followed a tutorial, stole the function offline. So there's a few different functions you can use for order independent transparency. And then in the end, what it does is it composites these two images together. So if we look at render doc, you actually get two images. You get this one, which is all the solid stuff. And technically the solid stuff includes this. Well, no, so this is the composited image, actually. The solid stuff is anything that's not transparent. So these leaves are all, you can see with the transparent stuff. They're all the gray stuff. And then the white stuff is all the solid stuff. You can see these lines are kind of barely visible, and they shouldn't be because they're solid. And so that's what we got to fix. But basically what ends up happening is the solid stuff just gets drawn first, and then we draw all this alpha stuff. We blend it together using that mathematical function, and then we composite the two images together to get the final image. So yeah, that's what's going on. And is this the Wii Sports song? I believe so. We're just listening to Nintendo music for stream. So most likely. Okay. So this is what's going on. And for some reason, those lines are not showing up. How does all these, like, the shaders clearly tell things where to go, right? So we use this opaque shader, and it basically says output to the frame buffer 0 attachment. Transparent shader says output to the frame buffers 1 and 2 attachment. So we know how those are going, but how do we actually set things up inside the code? Because that's actually important. And the way we set things up, where we're actually doing a lot of the blend, well, where we're only doing the blending is with chunk rendering right now. So what we do is we say render the opaque geometry, and so I enable a few different GL flags. We turn on face culling, depth testing. We set the GL depth func, which this is just the default function where anything closer to the camera gets favored instead of anything farther away. Depth mask, I'm not sure what that does. I have to look that up. And then we disable blending because these things shouldn't be blended. Technically, it doesn't matter because this is just the solid frame buffer, so we're just going to draw this stuff no matter what. It doesn't matter too much what's going on here. Then we sort it so that we're drawing it front to back to reduce overdraw. And then we bind it and we just draw. For the blendable, we have to bind color attachment 1 and 2, and then we bind those buffers. Then we clear them with some 0 and 1 values. And then we basically set up the reverse of all this stuff, which helps us with the blending, like it sets up the mathematical functions, they work properly, and then we just draw. And then we reset the render state. So that's what's going on. Now, what I'm not sure though is why the lines aren't working right, because then I do the final compositing actually inside the application after everything has finished. So we basically render our scene right here. So we go ahead and bind the buffer 0. render our scene and everything. And then once the chunk finishes, we bind buffer 0 again. So that should be fine. And then right here, and so inside of here is where like the lines and stuff get drawn and everything. And then what we do is we blend everything together at the very end. And then we unbind and we draw that composited image together, right? And then we draw 2D stuff just on top of everything, which is fine. This probably is the Yoshi song. I have not played Yoshi too much, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, this is what's going on. But why are those lines not working right is what I'm trying to figure out. So let's go ahead and just draw a box for now so that I have something to look at. Let's go into the player controller. And like I said, we'll take a look at that netcode in just a little bit. First, I want to fix this bug because it's annoying. So if we just go into our update survival, we can say, right here, we'll just say render draw box, and we'll draw it at our position plus our forward, which I think I can get from a transform as well. Yep, times 2. And then we will do size is just gonna be 1. And then style, we'll just do style as default. Okay, cool. So that should draw a box. Let's do a to do. Remove me. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of to-dos as well because there's a lot of stuff I need to fix. But like you saw, the game is mostly working already. I've just got these kind of visual glitches. This thing got to fix up. And some other stuff. Okay, so let's see if we can start messing around. Cool, so now we get a box. And you can see it's getting blended there. And I don't want it to get blended. I don't like how it disappears too, but that's fine. Let's change up the shader a little bit just to see what happens. So if we go into our line shader, which is this debug 3D shader. I was messing around with some stuff, like seeing if changing maybe the depth values would do anything. Let's force the depth value to be 1 and see if that changes anything, because that should basically force it to always be at the front. Okay, so you can see that me changing that did something weird. Yeah, it's definitely done something weird. So I guess we just sort of lose all depth perception if we do that. Not good. Okay. What if I change it to -1? I just want to see what this stuff does, because I have like an idea of what it should do, but I just want to make sure it matches in reality. So if we do this, we don't see it at all. And the reason we don't see it at all is because it is now getting cold completely, because -1 is like the least depth value or something. So yeah. Let's go. So if I just set this back to the old depth value. I used to have this at like 0.0, I think, and it was working fine, which is kind of, yeah, because I was using this. Let me see. So this offset is this, which just has a 0 for the depth value. Current projected.xyz. Oh, no, I see. Okay, I think I was using the actual depth value. Yeah. Okay, so I can get rid of this actually. And I'll just switch this back to what it was before, which was that plus that. And this is for rendering those 3D lines, this shader. It doesn't do anything too special. It's basically just rendering stuff in screen space instead of rendering them in world space. So, okay, so if we reload those shaders, everything is fine again, but it's not, because we're getting this. And this is what's confusing me, because right here, I'm hard coding the alpha value to be 1. Which makes me think like this shouldn't be blended at all, because it should be completely solid. And so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Let's do something. Let's actually make this a little bit easier on ourselves. Let's not composite these final images together so that I can actually open up render doc and see what's going on. So let's remove this code. This code composites those two images together. Right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just get rid of all this stuff. I think, wait a second, let's see. Yeah, I think this is what composites everything together. Okay, yeah, so we'll get rid of this. Control, there we go. Cool. So we're not going to composite the images. This should mean it's going to look kind of weird, but I also think it might be better. Langors, I think it's the background that's blending with the cube and not the cube blending with the background. Yeah, and that's what I'm not sure why. Like, okay, yeah, so when we draw it like this, where we're not compositing those images together, you can see that the cube is fine. And you can also see all the trees and stuff are just weird. Let's set the time so that we can actually see stuff a little bit better. Whoops, did I do that wrong? There we go. Yeah, so... Oh, that's also weird too. Water should be transparent, so I'm not sure why. I was wondering why water was always so dark. Now I know why. It's transparent. It's not transparent for some reason. Okay, yeah. What am I working on right now? I'm working on some rendering artifacts that are happening. Basically, these 3D lines are getting blended with water for some reason, and it's because of the way I have order independent transparency set up. So I'm trying to figure out why that's happening and get it to stop. Let's go ahead real quick. Just to see what we're getting in both of our buffers, let's open up render doc, and then we're gonna say launch, and then capture a frame just to see what's going on. Okay, you'll also notice too, when I stopped compositing those images, the title screen got fixed. So that's what's broken there. That's good to know. It's just the compositing that's breaking stuff. Okay, so if we do this and then we hit F12, probably the depth, well, I just messed with the depth and it wasn't really changing stuff, so not sure if that's it. Okay, let's check and see what's going on in here. So if we go to this, okay, it's only showing me one texture. Why is it not showing me all my textures? Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Here we go. Cool. So, see, this is what concerns me. This should all be white. This shouldn't be gray. That's why I'm like, what's going on here? Because these are all, this should be rendering to the color buffer, and it looks like it's rendering to this render buffer, right? So this is the first attachment, which looks like it's rendering everything good. And then this is the second attachment, which should only be alpha values. And I specifically don't have it bound when I'm doing this stuff, which is weird. Non-dark mode render doc. Yeah, I haven't messed around with it too much because I don't care too much right now. Okay, so am I not unbinding? Okay, so basically what we do, let's go through this again. What I'm doing here is I say get the main draw buffer is what I'm calling it, and that's color attachment 0. And then I say, okay, that's what I'm using, and then I set color attachment 1 and 2 to none. Inside the shader, for the debug render lines, I say output to color attachment 0, which is good. I'm setting the alpha to 1. Gabe, check the capture issues. It may have some info. Oh, you think so? I think these are two unrelated things. I'm still not familiar with RenderDoc 2, so where do you find the issues again? Do I have a window that I don't have open? Let's see. Window. I think it's something in here. Capture comments. I think it's this. Nope. There we go. Errors and warnings. Okay. So we've got buffer detailed, GL copy read buffer, dynamic draw. We'll use DMA cached memory as the source for buffer object operations. Yeah, so it's just warnings, I think. Yeah, it says category is miscellaneous and severity is info. So it's not anything it's just telling me that it's using DMA cached memory. So, yeah. I don't think that's probably has anything, yeah. So, unfortunately, that's probably not it, but this should still give us an idea, I think. Yeah, so basically what we do here is we say, oh, maybe this could be it. So, when I clear the color, I clear it to black, except I do 1.0 for the alpha. So maybe I shouldn't be messing with the alpha. Oh, and then I clear the depth buffer to a value of 1. I feel like that shouldn't have anything to do with this, but maybe it does. I'm not sure. Okay, so then when we update those chunks, okay, when we draw the solid stuff, we don't do anything fancy. We do enable this stuff, and then we disable blending. And so I'm wondering if like maybe I should be disabling blending too, but I think I tried that and it doesn't do anything. So right here, yeah, so right here, then we bind color attachment 1 and 2. This is wrong, first of all. This should have another 0 in there. Okay, so that clears it to 0, and then it clears buffer 2 to 1 for the first thing. I think the second buffer, though, is just a red-only buffer anyways, so. Okay, so then we turn this stuff off, draw stuff, and then we reset everything. Let's do disable blend again, see if that helps out. I don't think it's gonna do anything, but I don't know. You never know. Let's see what happens now. Oh, and I gotta launch this through RenderDoc too. So let's go ahead and close that out again. And then go here and launch this. This might be something I might work on my off time too, because it's just an annoying bug that's like, probably because I don't understand enough about how this order independent transparency is working. So, okay, let's see what we get here. Texture viewer. Okay, so now it's just saying that's unused. Oh wait, I'm still in the wrong thing again. Okay, there we go. Yeah, still getting this stuff. And you know what? I wonder if these are like depth values, because it kind of looks like it gets lighter back here. Yeah, it definitely looks like it's getting lighter back there. So I wonder if it's writing depth values and it doesn't want it to write depth values. Do I change the depth stuff here? So I say enable Coalface depth test, glfunc less true disable blend. And then what do I do here? I just gotta see. Okay, so we do Coalface, that's fine. Depth test, that's fine. And then gl depth func less. Yep, we do that there too. Depth mask is true. Okay, this is the only thing we don't do. Let's comment that out and see what happens. I don't think it's gonna do anything, but I don't know. Actually, maybe it will do something, because that blending function might mess with the way... Oh, I'm doing this in the wrong thing too again. Okay, let me close that out. We'll launch it here. Okay. If this doesn't work, I'm going to drop this for now. Work on other to-dos, and then we will pick this up at another time. Okay, so let's save that. And what do we get now? Yeah, we get the same thing. Okay. I'm going to drop this for now, just because it doesn't matter too much. Oh, wait, this is interesting, too. Is this like the Z depth? I have no idea. Thank you for following. Hala Foil. Good to see you. Yeah, I've got no idea what this is. I think this is like the Z. What's this overlay thing that I can do too? Okay, so that's the depth test. So that's the only thing that's getting depth tested, it looks like. Cool. I didn't know RenderDoc had all this stuff. Okay. Anyways, I'll work on this later, because for now it's really not that big of a deal. So what I'll do is I'll just sort of remove all this code for now. What we will do is I'll say git status. Okay, so I've got all this stuff changed. I think I can do git. We'll do it. Git add dot git commit dash m. Start messing with OIT stuff. And then we'll say git checkout dash b fix OIT stuff. Okay. And now we should say git status. Whoops. Git status. Git log. Okay, so now fix OIT stuff has this commit. Okay, that's good. And then what I'll do is I'll just say git push dash u origin fix OIT stuff. And then we can go back to multiplayer. Git checkout origin multiplayer. Nope, doesn't like that. Git checkout origin slash multiplayer. There we go. Okay. And then we'll say git pull. Wait, no. It looks like we're just in a weird place. Wait, what's the log say? Git reset dash dash hard head. No, git fetch origin slash multiplayer. One of these is gonna work. I hate git. This always happens. You get into weird things like this. Okay. Because like right now it's not showing me which branch I'm at. This is weird. Okay, what if we do git checkout master? Okay, that's good. And then check out multiplayer. Okay, there we go, finally. Okay, wait a second. Now it's saying that I'm at OIT stuff. This is weird. I thought I put that... Let me check Git itself, because this is weird. I did not expect Git to be the biggest problem here. And Holofoil, you said thought you'd stop by from YouTube. Nice. Gotta say, quality of your vids, only saw the most recent two, is great. Much easier to understand than learn OpenGL. Thanks. I appreciate that. I like to think that I'm sort of copying them, so I hope it's just the same quality, just in video form instead of written form. But let's see. Stream Minecraft clone. This is what I was doing. Git bash. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, okay, so I created a new branch, fix OIT stuff. Now we look at multiplayer. Yeah, okay. So if I check out multiplayer, we should just be back there. What is this doing? Why are we here? Git checkout master. Your branch is behind origin master. Let's do... Well, no, I just want to check out origin slash multiplayer. Yeah, why am I in a detached head state? Like, what the heck? This makes no sense. Git pull origin multiplayer. If anybody knows Git and knows what I messed up, that would be good to know. GitHub in detached head state. Like, I hate Git. It's always just annoying. Okay, when you use git checkout to view a commit, you'll enter detached head state. I don't want to view it though. I want to actually be in that branch. Okay, git switch branch, which I'm pretty sure is just checkout. Git checkout existing branch. Yeah, so weird that it's not letting me do that. Git checkout master. Okay, that's fine. Git checkout multiplayer. Okay, now it works. That was weird. I don't know why it was doing that. Okay, so git log. What's it saying? Okay, yeah, but then it's saying that I'm still here. I don't get this. I just messed everything up, I think. Git checkout origin multiplayer. Well, that's what I did, and then it was weird. Yeah, so then it does this for me. I don't know. This is weird. Oh, I used get checkout origin multiplayer. Shouldn't it be get checkout multiplayer? Get fetch origin. I think you're right. I think that might have fixed it. Did that? Almost. Get fetch origin multiplayer. No, we're still like ahead for some reason. That's really weird. Man, why is get so difficult? Let's see. Let's go back to master. Let's pull for master. Okay. This is up to date. Yep, that's fine. And then if we say get checkout multiplayer. Yeah, you'll notice when I switched, it said your branch is ahead of multiplayer by 1 commit. How do I go back? Git reset origin multiplayer -- hard. Git reset - hard origin / multiplayer. There we go. Finally. Okay. Man, I hate Git. Okay. Cool. So now we're back to where we were before. Dan Fifth, I'd probably just start cloning to a new directory. Git is annoying sometimes. It really is, man. And no matter how well I think I know it, it just never works right. Okay, let's talk about the multiplayer stuff I did, and then let's fix some other easier to-dos before we start going back to what I was working on there. So I was telling some people at the beginning of the stream that the multiplayer is working pretty good now. I've added a lot more stuff. So basically we have like connection screens, we have like handshakes, quote unquote, going on and stuff for when players join the world. It's basically just a little bit more well-rounded and stuff, the way the whole thing works. So we're gonna take a look at how it all works in a little bit more detail. I've also got like lag compensation, everything like that too. What protocol did you use? Yeah, I shouldn't have used that. Any libraries, I'm using enet. And if protocol by that you mean like UDP or TCP, I'm using UDP, but enet sort of wraps around that so I can send messages reliably or unreliably depending on what I need. So it's like I'm using it, but I'm not. UDP, that is. Okay, so we're back into here. So let's go ahead and join this world. Now when you create a world, you're forced to use your name to, or use a username to create the world. That's just so that, because I don't feel like creating authentication schemes or anything like that, because that requires way too much work. So you basically just say what your name is. I've also had this connection screen. You'll notice it says connecting, and then it's gonna say it failed because we don't have a server up. What this is doing, like I was telling the people at the beginning of the stream, is that build time is astonishing, like fast or slow. But anyways, what's happening here is when I click this button, I start pinging like 255.255.255 blah blah blah, and it pings with a specific message, and the message is, if we look at LAN menu.cpp, there we go. The message it's sending is somewhere down here. Yeah, here it is. It is Cafe Dude. So I was looking for magic numbers that people use, and I guess Java uses Cafe Dude for their bytecode. So I was like, that sounds cool. I'm going to steal it. So basically, it's sending this message Cafe Dude across the network for anyone who's going to respond to that. And so we send it, and then if I start this over here, he responds because he recognizes that message across the network. So now they found each other. I basically figure out what his IP address is and his port and everything, because he sends all that information over. Then and then he also sends over like a list of players and the server's name, which the server's name is just your username. So I can then connect, and then it shows me a list of players who are active. You can connect as a new name. Say I wanted to connect as Joe. So I'll join, and this will just set me to his location. I join, and you'll also notice this is the bug I was trying to fix earlier. Like it doesn't look good because the transparent stuff is messing with it, but we'll fix that later. You'll notice that I lag a little bit. So when I move on the right screen, you'll notice the left screen is 300 milliseconds behind exactly, or at least it should be. if I say something, hey, what's up? You'll see it says Joe said, hey, what's up on both screens. If I say something over here, how's it going? You'll notice it said Gabe and Gabe over here. So we basically got some messages and everything as Joe. That's supposed to be that joke. I have no idea. I just picked Joe because why not? But yeah, so we got all this stuff. You can build. If I say give at me, stone, I can build. It pops up on both screens. I can also give Joe stuff. If I say give at Joe, it might be case sensitive, so I might have to do capital. Dark oak planks. If you look on the left side, you should see dark oak planks pop up. No, I'm Joe. Wait, give. So if I say /give at Gabe, dark oak planks, and you look on the left, it popped up over here. So basically, it can find players and everything. Oh, you also notice I changed the time over here, but it didn't change it over here because that's not being laced through right now. But yeah. Oh, Joe Mama. No, yeah, that was totally not for that. If anything, it's for Joe Gatto, which is a funny guy that you guys should look up at some point. But anyways, so multiplayer is working pretty good, as you can see, is basically what I'm trying to say. If I jump over here, you'll notice it also goes, it's a little bit glitchy right now. I'm not quite sure why, but we'll take a look at that in a little bit. And then one last thing is if I close out over here, you'll notice he's still visible. That's because disconnecting doesn't actually get rid of that stuff yet. But there was a few things that I had to get working that were kind of complicated. So let's talk about those. First of all, when you do the LAN server, like I said, it starts pinging a certain socket. So what it does is we have this socket called a scanner and then just the address of whatever that socket is. What we do is we create this thing. I found this from a tutorial, same tutorial that I showed in the last video, I think. Basically, we put it onto the broadcast host and then we say use the port that the server is listening on. So basically the server is listening on a certain port and we use that same port to broadcast to. And so then we say that we're broadcasting off of this. This is basically like a headless way of sending messages across UDP. I don't actually have to set up a like whole port and everything that's consistently bound. I don't think it's different than like the other way that you set up stuff with eNet. Anyways, then once every 30 milliseconds, no, 30, once every half second, we send this message across that port. And then on the server side, the server is constantly just kind of listening on that port. So you'll see that he also has a listening port, which is using the same address. So we set it to say you can reuse this address so that any client joining can use it. And then we go down here and you can see that he's checking for client broadcast. So he basically says, okay, let's check and see if we received any messages. If we don't, just return. Don't wait because this next call is blocking. So if we were to go into here and there's no messages, then it would just stall out the game. So we basically check before we actually try and get the messages. But if we do, we check it. We make sure that it's Cafe Dude. If it's Cafe Dude. If it's not, we basically say this isn't a valid user. If it is, we get the registry and then we serialize all that data, like all the player names and stuff, and then we send it across the network to this guy who then deserializes all that stuff. And now we have all that information to display to the user, blah, blah, blah. It all works out. Good. Cool. When the client connects, though, we have a new problem, which I started running into. Timestamps. So when I tested this on different computers, you have an issue with timestamps because all computers' clocks are slightly different. Not big, but big enough that it's a big problem in games because if you're off by 100 milliseconds from this computer to this computer, then that's going to be a big difference when you're trying to send messages back and forth and synchronize each other according to time. So there's no server that validates stuff. No, yeah, there's no validation or anything right now at all. Partly a reason why I'm just constricting it to local area network servers for now, because hopefully that means it should be a little bit safer. I don't know. But yeah, no validation, nothing like that. We basically just check and see if we got the right messages. We do some checks on like the data size to make sure we're not doing buffer overruns or anything, but yeah. And nice to see you, D3NBG. So when we connect, we have to synchronize our computer's times, but synchronizing two computers' times is a lot harder than you want it to be. So instead what we do is we fake our own game time. And so the server has its own game time, which we set to 0 when the server starts. So server starts its game time. It just keeps incrementing according to whatever delta time has passed on the server. And then every client has their own game time, which we set to 0 when we start. And so what happens is it actually, why is this not set to 0 here? Okay, I know I set it in the initialization method, but it should probably be set there too. I'm gonna leave it just in case that somehow breaks something. But anyways, yeah. So when we connect with the client, we basically have to say, hey server, what's your game time? And then I'm gonna try and synchronize to that. So what goes on is the client connects and then the server sends them this message down here, which is, yeah. So we get a new client that connects and then we send them a network client command, which is just handshake. Handshake doesn't actually do anything. We can make like some sort of authentication protocol or whatever to ensure that it's a valid user, all that stuff. It's there, but right now it's basically just an initialization thing so that the client knows, hey, server, I connected successfully to the server. So then when we do this, what we do is we send our name to the server so that he can start using that to, I say he, it's an inanimate object, so that the server can start using that information, right? So we get our name, we copy it, and then we say we're responding to the handshake. The server and which message we set is client load info. So we ask for our client load information, which is like the initial chunks, all that stuff. So if we go down here to client load info, we do this thing. Okay, so then when we get this client load info, we basically serialize all of our chunks and we serialize all the entity data, which is down here. So we serialize all the chunks. We send that as a message called chunk data so that the client can deserialize that stuff. We send them all of our entity data. And we also, since we know what the player's name is, we first look and see if we already have a player inside of our registry by that name. If we do, then we get his ID so that we can synchronize our IDs and everything. If we don't, we create a new player. And then we just basically set a couple flags to make sure that we don't get camera locking issues and stuff. And then we serialize the registry and then we send that across to the player. And then we also send him his ID. So this local player message is sort of like the last message, but basically says, hey, here's what your ID is, just so that you can make sure that you are synchronized properly. And then we send a calculate lighting command, which basically says, make sure to calculate all your chunks after this. We tell them patch chunk neighbors, notify chunk worker, just chunk stuff. But yeah, so we do all that. Client side, this is where we start using this stuff. So once we get local player, which is somewhere up here, let's see. Yeah, so local player. So basically you see that we set our local player here using the information the server sent us. And then this is where we start synchronizing our time, which can be a little bit more complicated than you think. Hi, multiplayer done? Basically. So to synchronize the time, we basically get the actual time on our system clock since Epic, so since 1970. Then we send that time to the server. And then we send 00 as two other things, because those are what the server is going to fill out. And then we say, send this thing to the client or to the server, and we're going to call this server time. So then the server gets this. What does the server do? Server time. I have no idea if this is standard to any of the stuff I'm doing here. I just found that it worked. So that's what I did. So server gets this, and we get this. We say client time, temp 1, temp 2 are nothing. They're garbage. So we just get the client time. This is what the client system clock is. So then what we do is we say, okay, let's get what my system clock time is. Then we pack it. We say, hey, here's my system clock time. And then also here's the server's game time. So the server's game time, right, has started at 0 when the server started. So client can use this to basically these three pieces of information to synchronize. So then what happens when the client gets this, which is server time again? What we do is we say, okay, now we have the time I sent my packet, we have the time of the server's system clock, and we also have the server's game time. So what we can do is we can say, okay, what is my time now? So we can get the round trip time of that ping, and we can use that to kind of adjust to get like a close-ish. It's not gonna be 100% accurate, but we can send these messages back and forth periodically to synchronize time every now and then. And so then we get the server time drift, which is basically just half, it's like the ping time from me to the server. So I do my time now minus the time I sent my packet over 2, which is how long it should take me to get to the server, but not technically true because, you know, that could be varied based on so many different things. So it'd probably be a better idea to send a few of these packets and get an average, just so that you have like a little bit more consistent thing there. And then we set my time to the server's game time, so whatever the server sent us as their time minus the time drift. So we basically set our clock back a little bit so that we are synchronized. And that's how you synchronize time. In practice, this actually works pretty good, at least on local area network, and I'm not worrying about actual servers and stuff right now. So, you know, and we can actually see that too. Even though this is on my same computer, it's still going through the network when I launch two different things, because they're two different processes, and the only way I can communicate messages, not the only way, but the easiest way to communicate messages is through the network. So if we go ahead and do this, then you'll see also, yeah, thanks, Essie Woods. And it depends on the stuff. Sometimes I implement fast, lots of times I implement slow. So when I join and I start, we get that message, just like I said. Then I can join as Joe. We go through that whole handshake process. I get all the data, we get the time drift, everything happens, and we are now connected. And you'll notice right here, we can see the client time drift is 9 milliseconds. So that's approximately how long it takes my computer to ping the local area network. And this is all attached through an Ethernet cable right now, what I'm on, and like basically go through the whole process of like letting the network deserialize everything and all that stuff. So yeah. But yeah, so we can get all that information and we're basically good. And we do have to use that time drift in a certain place. FE0Z, the server runs separately from players, right? No. Depending on what you mean. And dang, hardware sass. Well, I would hope it would be like instantaneous. I'm actually kind of upset that it's 9 milliseconds. I feel like that's probably off a little bit because I'm using the same system clock here and everything. I'm on the same computer. It should be pretty instantaneous. So, anyways, you asked FE0Z, the server runs separately from the players, right? Not really. The way I'm doing it, it kind of, yeah, 9 milliseconds seems a bit slow for LAN. That's what I was thinking too. So I'm not quite sure what that is. It might just be because this also takes into account the time it takes to deserialize the packets and everything and wait for the game to update so that it's actually like reading that message. So it takes into account all that time, which is why I don't completely like it, because you could theoretically have like a whole frame of the game pass before this actually deserializes and stuff. And I think that's where that is coming from. Yeah. Essie Woods, am I correct to knowing you knew little to nothing about implementing multiplayer before you started on it for this game? Yeah, the most experience I had with multiplayer before this was Roblox, some simple scripting. So yeah, Boston Mass, thank you for following. Good to see you. Yeah, so every player is a server and a client at the same time. Okay, no, yeah, so the server is separate from the player. Sorry, I might have not been understanding you correctly. So whoever's hosting the server acts as a server only, and then anyone who joins acts as a client only, but the game code itself is all kind of mixed together. So like inside of different things, like the player controller, for example, I'd have to change this for like dedicated servers and stuff, but it shouldn't be too big of a change because I'm just removing some things. But inside the player controller, what I do is here we go. So I basically say network send user command, and this will figure out whether I'm a server or I'm a client, and then it will update the transform appropriately. So basically this goes through and it says if I'm acting like a server, or if I'm not acting like a server, then it says send the server this command, and then the server will go and broadcast that to the rest of the users. Otherwise, if I am acting as a server, I basically check to see if I'm sending this to a specific client. If I'm not, then I basically say broadcast that message to all the users. So there is a difference, but it's all kind of mixed together. Holofoil, man, all this intimidates me. Only recently started learning OpenG altogether a few days ago. Began a Minecraft clone, though also a bit inspiring. Yeah, just take things one step at a time. Do not look at what other people are doing and think that you should be there already, because I make that mistake too. I'll look at Cherno, for instance, at his engine and everything. I'm like, I should probably be further along, but I'm not. But you don't You got to focus on just working on what you're working on and then looking at what you've accomplished and then just focusing on what the immediate next step is. And then if you can get that done, you can get the next thing done and the next thing, and then soon you'll be good. Yep. So that's basically how the client stuff works. Lag compensation is a thing too, though. If we look at player position or update position command, something like that, we have something in here to compensate for lag with the player's positions, or transform, I guess, with the player's transforms. We have this thing. So basically what happens when we get a position update from a player, we want to buffer that stuff and then play it a few hundred milliseconds behind, because we don't want it to look laggy for the player. Like, we don't want to just send updates immediately and everything. So what I do is I do a binary search to find out where the specific serialized like position we got should be in our buffer based on the timestamp that we got sent, which is based on the server time. And then we basically just insert that. Okay, and then we do this prediction thing, which is basically where we interpolate or we extrapolate based on the position commands. And so this is sort of what it does. It basically gets the next update and it gets the previous or current update. It looks for the minimum time. So basically we say, what is our server time or client time minus the lag compensation? We look for the command closest to that we have. And then we interpolate between that command and the next command. Prediction doesn't actually do anything. But yeah, so that's basically what we're doing there. Some basic stuff. So it took me a while to grasp this, but once you actually start working on it, you're like, oh, this is a little bit easier than I thought it would be. So yeah. Joe Mega, I'm here still working on my core lib, not even a window. Nice. And Voxros, that is the best way to not lose motivation. I agree. And yeah, I have trouble implementing that for myself as well. So don't worry. Okay. So, yeah, that's what's going on. What should we fix though? Because there's a lot of things that need fixing. I have a lot of to-dos in the code and stuff too, which is what I planned on doing. Let's just do that real quick. Let's find our to-dos and just start looking at these and see what we have to do. Okay, crafting recipes. Also, add a flipped horizontal. Okay, I don't want to do that. This is the problem with to-dos. I'm going to look at them. I checked that. It doesn't matter. So we can remove that. That's an easy one. With a lot of to-dos, you just look at them and you're like, I don't really care. I don't want to do this right now. So yeah. Change this to a hash map or something for big O1 lookup time. This stuff is tricky because this is my sparse sets for entity systems, and if I mess with this, I have to do a lot of testing to make sure I'm not breaking stuff. So we'll wait on that one. Use the other get function. This should be easy. We'll fix this in a minute. Holofoil, my motivation solely depends on me figuring out rendering, that's for sure. Okay. Guys, I will be right back. Take a quick break. So give me like 5 minutes and I'll be back and we'll continue. Maybe I'll try and figure out what we're actually going to do too. Something that's kind of interesting. So yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. All right, guys, I think I know what we can do. So instead of doing boring to-dos, there's a couple things I've been meaning to actually do. So one of the things is client and server time. Like when you join, you don't actually get whatever, and not like time like what I was just talking about, but just like world time, the game time. So like it's daytime here, and then if I join with a new player, what we get is something different, I think. Yeah, okay. So it's nighttime over here, is daytime over here. So that's one thing that I should be sending across the network is what time it is. So we can add that pretty quickly and easily. I think that's a good thing to start with. So basically what we'll do is we'll add a new command. And I guess this is a good way for you guys to see sort of how the commands and everything work too, like how I send stuff across the network and how I add a new thing to send across the network. This is going to be a client command, so we can look up client command type, which is like the different types of commands. So you can see I've got chat, server time, handshake, all that stuff. Let's add set time, which will be another command that we will send across the network. And then we can go into server. Actually, I like to go where I'm actually going to send this first. So the stick 321, thanks for following. Good to see you. So actually, I was gonna say I usually like to go where I'm actually gonna use this first, but I guess where I'm gonna use this first. Well, actually, let's do this. We'll say go to commandline.cpp. This is where you can set the time manually in the game. So what we can do is we can say, if we go here somewhere, there should be a set time command somewhere in here. Okay, yeah, set time. So what we can do is we can go to this execute set time, and once we do this world time equals time thing, we can also send it over the network here. So we can say network send client command. This is gonna be client command type set time. So I'm basically defining how I want this to look, and then we're gonna have to send it some memory. So I guess this will be the time data, and then the peer, which is gonna be null because we're just sending this to whoever wants to know about it. So what we can do is we can say sized memory time data equals pack, and basically I just want to pack this value, which is just an integer. So we'll say pack int time, and that will be our time data, and then I just need to free that memory afterwards. Time data dot memory. Okay, so this is how it's going to look. Now once we get this server side, what do we want to do? We basically want to unpack this data, and then we want to set our server time. Once again, no authentication, no anything like that right now, because I don't care about that. Cheating is not my biggest concern. I guess insecurity is not my biggest concern right now. So don't use this with people you don't trust, I guess is what I should say. Okay, set time. So we'll do this. Scope it, because switch statements are weird in C++. Okay, so when we get this on the server side, we basically need to do the reverse of what we did here, which is we need to say, hey, unpack that data, which we can do using something similar to this. Okay, I like to copy and paste stuff because I always forget exact syntax. Okay, so except in our case, we have an integer time, and we've got the size data there. And we can just say unpack that time variable, which is an integer, and we're good. So now we've unpacked that data. What's wrong with this? Unpack. That's an integer, that's an integer. Oh, there we go. So now we're good. Joe Mega, as long as it isn't as bad as log4j. Yeah, I know. Technically, I probably have lots of security vulnerabilities that are as bad as log4j. But once again, don't use this with people you don't trust, because there's no security. It's completely trusting, which is not good. So yeah, unless eNet does some sort of security checking, because I sure don't. Anyways, so we get this on the server. What we'll do is we'll say world time equals time. I think that's what we do in the command line. Yep, world time equals time. So we can do that on the server. And then we can basically say, so if the server got this, the server did not send this. So then what we do is we can send it back to all the clients who need to know about it. So what we can do is something like what I do somewhere up here, which is we send it to all the clients except the one who sent the message to us. So, because he doesn't need to know about it, he said it, he already knows. So then we'll go through all our connected clients. We will send this message to all of them except for the one who sent us. I should abstract this into a function because I do this a lot. So instead, let's do that real quick. Let's be good, better programmers here. I don't know. Static void send to everyone except. Come on, except. Okay, there we go. I think this takes in client command. Star command, void star, user command, data, enet, peer, star peer. Okay. So this should send it to everyone except for that peer. We'll put that right there. Copy this. Do that. Okay, we need the size data thing. So actually, let's just send that because I think that's all we need. So what we'll do is, instead of this, we'll do that. And this is going to be const. Okay. I guess technically all of these are const. We're not really changing anything here. Do we need the command? We do. Okay, we'll make that const. We will make this const. Okay. So we go through all the clients. We say if it's not that peer, send the command. Okay, cool. So then we can do, let's copy that again. Paste it right here. I did that in the wrong order. There we go. And then we can remove all of these for loops because there's no reason for me to repeat this every time. So send to everyone except we need to send them the command, which is that size data and the peer. Okay, cool. So that's all we got to do. Let's go ahead and remove all the other loops where we do that unnecessarily. So we can switch this up. We can switch this up. Just making sure that these are the same and I'm not going to like break some code on accident. Yep, we can switch this up. If only Visual Studio had a control find for big blocks of code. Okay, and then I think this is different. So I'm not going to do anything there. I also think this is different. So I'm not going to do anything there. Okay, we'll check those ones later. Anyways, we have this set time command. Now when a player joins, we also want to... Oh, well, we actually have to do this on the client side too. So let's do this real quick. We'll say case client command type server, or no, just time, set time. Yeah. So we will do that. Whoops. That break, and then we can just do the same thing we did on server side. And that's another thing too, a lot of these are exactly the same, server side and client side. So I feel like we should implement a function at client side and then just call that function server side. I say client side, server side, this is all the same code. So just call this function on the server and then just basically change it up and then like do this on the server, which is what we need to do. So anyways, we'll do that later. Okay, so we do the same thing. Ryu, N3 Gum 1N, crocodile face. Was just watching the second tutorial. I don't know if that's a crocodile face too, actually. Watching the second tutorial and there the man is live. Hey, nice. It's good to see you here. And Langors, it doesn't, VS Code does. I think you need an extension of VS Code to control find a block of code. Like I can't just do control F here and find this code. You need something else, but yeah. That's the new POG. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I'm not up to date with all this stuff. Rewriting Minecraft in C++. Well, I'm going to be changing it. Like, I'm pretty much done rewriting as much of it as I want to rewrite. And then I'm basically going to be making my own game from here on out. Actually, my brothers have been working on some artwork for me and stuff too. We can check that out real quickly. We've got some stuff that we can check out that we will be switching to pretty soon. Where'd that go? I have no idea what Discord just did to me there. Okay, let's just do that then. No, you're still doing something weird. Did it download that? Oh, it did download that. Here we go. It popped up a new window in my other screen. Okay. So let's check that out, and then we'll finish the time thing, which should be easy. If we take a look at this, yeah, okay. So my brothers are working on some stuff, which we're going to start switching up all the icons and everything like that. The inventory system, all that stuff is going to start changing pretty soon. So they're working on some stuff, and we're still polishing things, but I think it looks pretty cool, and I'm excited to start switching everything up. But yeah, okay. Let's go. I'm going to move this back over here, actually. Okay, so let's finish this up. We're almost there. We just need to make sure when the client connects, we also send them the world data. They butchered Pog. Yeah, I think I agree with you. And Langors, you can without an extension of VS Code. Don't know about VS itself. Huh. I did not know that. Maybe I don't have the most up-to-date version then. But yeah. And Nelfs, how's it going? Good to see you. Okay. So we've done this. We need to, when the client finishes connecting and everything, send them the world time. So I think we can do something right up here when we're connecting. I'm trying to find out. I think we might want to... Where do I send the local player? Because that's probably the best place for me to send that command as well. Okay, let's do local player. Let's see. Okay, I send it right here. Okay, yeah. So this is probably the best place. Client load info. This is when we're giving them all the initial information. And of course, it makes sense to send them what the time of the world is in this function as well. So what we can do is we can say, let's do this, and then we'll say network send client. We'll send it to that peer network. Well, actually, we won't do it this way. We'll say send client command type set time. We will send them time data, which we'll get in a second. And we're only sending it to the person who just connected. So we'll do that. Okay, so then we can do what we did in the command line right here. Yeah, we basically do this, and then we'll free it. So we'll do that. G memory free time data dot memory. Okay, and then we can get the time int time equals world time, not delta time, time. There we go. And actually, I'll just do that. No sense doing that. Okay, cool. So now they should get the message, and they should set their time appropriately. Let's see if it works. I also changed some other stuff, so yeah, we gotta make sure that's not broken. SC Woods, that looks so cool. Now I'm excited. Tell your brothers SC Woods approves. I will. Thank you. I was also, you should see some of the GUI stuff they have designed and everything too. It has more of a Terraria vibe, which is what I wanted, and it looks pretty awesome, so I'm excited. And Nelfs, ready for 2022? I guess so. I don't know. I'm not ready for vacation to end. Got to go back to work soon, so I would say no. Okay, so if we load the chunks, it is daytime here when we join from a new client. Is it daytime for them as well? If it is, we have succeeded. Start. Join. Okay, we've joined, and it is daytime for us as well. Awesome. And if I set the time over here, it should set the time over there. So let's actually look up the sky here. And if we say set time to 800, which is nighttime. Awesome. Look at that. It changed both sides. You can't tell from the sky, but you can tell from the shadows. And if I go back to 1000, which is 10 o'clock, it's daytime again. Cool. So that's all working. Nice. Nice, easy. And that brings me to another thing that my brother keeps telling me I need to fix. Voxel Riffs, you make it sound so easy. What part? Just got to make this your full time. Oh, that part. Okay, yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe in a couple more years, we'll finally be there. That is the dream. This is another thing, though. My brother keeps telling me that we need a nighttime skybox because he says this looks bad. I disagree. I think it looked good having daytime sky at night, but no. We need to change this. So that should be pretty easy. We basically just need to merge we need to do a couple things to get this working properly. Oh crap, I didn't mean to close that command prompt window. Whatever. I'm going to close this out too because I don't really need this right now. Couple things we need. First of all, the nighttime sky map or cube map, and then also we need to like transition between them if we're in like daytime nighttime transition period, which we can do, which is like a simple value that's like transition or something like that. I don't know. Should be pretty easy to do. Right now our cube map shader looks like this, which is good. And I want to keep this for regular cube maps, but then we might have like a skybox shader, which does basically the same thing as this, except slightly different. For now, though, what we can do is we can just literally get a sky map, cube map. Let's see, sky cube map, download. Actually, we should say night sky. Just to do some testing with this, make sure it works. So let's do the Unity. Can I use assets from Unity Store in non-Unity stuff? I don't know. Probably can't, so I actually won't do that. Okay, open game art. That's fine. Okay. Don't like these. I want like a fake game sky map. Let's see. S.E. Woods. I agree that daytime sky looks good for night, but your brothers might have a different style of mine. That's true. Okay, there we go. This looks good. This is pretty much exactly what I wanted. Something like this. Cool. So let's download this. I am human. Click and order P2S6. This is new. P2S6. These captchas are getting smarter. Soon I'm going to be failing them. I don't know if I can keep up with this. Okay. So it looks like it's sending it to us all as one. So we need to kind of fix that up real quick. Let's go open up Inkscape, which is my favorite vector art editor, and then we can sort of break it up in there. Is it opening? Hopefully. Yep. Cool. Keck W. Voxrifs, this one's nice. It can't be ambiguous. That is true. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up that download, which is here. Stick that in here. Oh man, how small is this? Let me go into pixels real quick. This is 512 by 384. That might be a little bit too small. And why can't I zoom in or out? I think Inkscape is dying on me or something. Yeah, I think Inkscape is dying. Is it? Or is it just Streamlabs? Streamlabs might be messing this up. I don't know. Let me open up something else. A Sprite. We'll try that. There we go. Okay, how big is this? 512 by 384. It's kind of low res, but I guess that kind of works for Minecraft game, right? Yeah, this will be fine. Patch steps. Soon captures will be so difficult. They'll say you're robot if you can complete them and human if you can't. It's true. Hopefully we get there soon. Just start doing insanely complicated math questions and then all the people will fail. We'll be good. Random fun fact. Ariana and ESA launches JWST so well that it will have more fuel than expected, so it'll be able to operate quite longer. Sweet. And Voxers, like those select all boxes with traffic lights and you spot the traffic light occupying 1 pixel in a different square. Don't know whether you should select it. I know, right? Okay, so let's split this up into a few different images. Let's go ahead and select our magic wand tool. And I think, okay, so this is 128, I think is what this should be. 128 by 128. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so each of these is 128 by 128. Can we crop this or something? Or just export selection? Not sure. Nope. Okay, let's copy this. Let's go to a new. Yep. That looks good. Paste. Okay, there we go. So we'll do this. We'll save this as. I don't like A Sprites. This. I wish they didn't do this because this is hard to navigate. Okay, so we'll put this inside of images, sky, and then we'll do like night. We'll call this. Oh, cool. I already was expecting this. We'll call this night left, which is what I think this was. Okay, that's night left. This is night front. I'm trying to think. This is the front. That's the back. Left, right, top, bottom. Okay, yeah. So let's go ahead and select that then. And I think that is 128 by 128. We are good. Let's go ahead and create another new one. Okay. I did not copy that. Copy, paste, save. This is night front. Did I call it front or forward? Front. Okay, cool. Oh, and these are saving as sprite files, aren't they? Is it? I don't know. I might have to change that in a minute. Okay, anyways. What about this guy? We will select right here. And then we'll just go 128 to the right. We are at 147. That's too far. There we go. 128, 128. Okay. Copy that. Paste, save. Yeah, these are saving as sprite. Okay, we'll fix that. Night right. And then we'll get this last one. This is the back. Hopefully this is interesting to you guys. Just cropping images right now. There's like literally nothing complicated about this. So other than just make sure you do it right. Let's do another new one. Copy, paste, save. This is the back. Cool. And then we need... But on this note, it's really annoying when you get free stuff online and they don't just upload it in the right format. I guess that's what you get for getting free stuff, right? Because people who are giving stuff away for free don't care about helping you. Okay, this is 128 by 127. What am I doing wrong here? Wait, is it 128 by 127? Yeah, 128. There we go. 128. Okay, cool. That's good. Copy, new. This is top. Night top. And then we just need to get the bottom, which should be that. Okay, 128, 128. That's good. Copy. And night bottom. Okay, cool. So now we just need to export all these too, because I don't think they're exported. So let's say export. Export. Export that and that and that and that. Okay. Cool. So now that we've got this, we can actually use it. Let's close out of that. I don't need that anymore. Let's just make sure that all exported correctly too. Go back into here. Wrong thing. We need this one. Okay, looks like that's all good. I'm going to delete the sprite files because I don't really need those. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that all worked out good. We are good there. Let's go into our code and add it. Boston, Mass, you just got to do the extension, I think. Nightwrite.png. Oh, okay, so I was just missing the extension there because your first one worked correctly. Gotcha. Well, it's done. Okay, so if we go to world.cpp, we can go ahead and add another cube map here. So we have cube map, static skybox, cube map, night skybox. And I guess I shouldn't call these skyboxes because it's just a cube map. It's not technically a full skybox and everything. I guess a full skybox would consist of 2 cube maps, and maybe we'll make that abstraction later on, but for now, this works fine. Okay, so if we go down here, we say that, let's copy this. Paste it, and then this will be night, not might, skybox, and we'll just use night. So we do that, we're good. Okay, and then if we scroll down to update, we can basically just do a couple of if statements. This is all super janky and doesn't work at all, but I'll fix it at another point. What is the sun X rotation anyways? Okay, I'm mapping this to a value from 0 to 360. Okay, so I think 180 to 360 is nighttime. So we'll say if, actually, let's go to where we render the skybox, which is somewhere right here or something. It's somewhere here. It might be up here, actually. Okay, yeah, we render it right here. Okay, so we'll say if world time, or actually, we'll, I guess, X rotation. Can I do that? No. We'll say if world time is greater than or equal to 800 and world time is less than or equal to, I think I did, what did I do? 1600? 1800. Okay. 1800. And then we'll render regular skybox. Otherwise, we'll say skybox.render. Actually, we want to do night skybox.render. Cube map shader. That matrix, and we are good. Well, let's see if that works. There's going to be no blending right now, but that's fine. We can fix that in the future. Okay. Join. And Jomega found a nice image that shows how stupidly huge the James Webb Space Telescope is. Nice. Set time. We'll do 700. Okay, it's definitely working. Doesn't look right, though. Should we get another skybox? I think we should just get another skybox, because first of all, this is way too blurry. Actually, let's make this pixelated, too, though. I think that should help. Whoops, because this is a pixelated game, so I wonder how much that will help. If we were to do cube map.cpp, yeah. So if we go into here, right now we're just using, oh, we're not using any filter mode. Oh, so I guess the cube map just stretches automatically? Wait, let me check the shader. That's weird. I don't know how cube maps actually work now, but I'm guessing you can't attach filters or something, because otherwise, why would I have done this? Or wait, no, it's because of the way I do it in my texture. Never mind. I think if we go to texture.cpp, we'll see. And now if I go to where I build cube maps, somewhere down here. Okay, yeah. So then what I do is, no, I bind the texture parameters that I was using there. Okay, that's weird. Anyways, we'll just use a higher resolution cube map. Let's see if we can find something better. And that's Paper Mario. Okay, so let's do nighttime. Let's do game, night, sky, cube map again. And let's see if we can find something better. Sky. This sky in this example consists of Milky Way cube map. Okay, what is this? Okay, I don't think this is what I'm looking for. Let's see. Let's do free cube map textures. Hummus.name. Okay, cool. This works. Can we search for a specific one, though? No, that's not good. Okay, what about this one? Okay, cool. This looks good. Okay, let's just find a good one now. Cross symbol, sky. Hopefully they have it. This is in 1024 by 768. Okay, so these are small too. Do they not have like big ones? Okay, this one's 2048. That's better. Yeah, these are all pretty small. And I think I had my left and right mixed up too, which is probably part of the reason it looks so weird. Let's see. I guess we'll just go with this one and see if it's any better. I don't know. I think this is the one I just did though. I can't be completely sure on that. Okay, let's go to a different one. Polyhaven. Okay, this looks pretty cool. Maybe. Oh no, this looks too complicated. Let's just get off that. Okay, where can you find skybox textures? Maybe this guy has something. Okay, is this any good? This is for Babylon JS. I'm guessing they probably don't want us using their stuff. Oh no, let's go back up to this guy. I think this is where we got the very first cube map that we did. But I don't like how you can't really search for stuff. It's annoying. Okay, we're just going to use a Unity asset store one for now, and then we can switch it up later. Let's see. What does this have? No, I don't like that. Maybe we're not. I don't know about this one. If anyone knows good sky maps, or if you guys find one, paste the link and I will check it out. I'll open it off stream though, because I don't know what you guys might send me. So, okay. This is taking way longer than it should, honestly. Open game art. Fargo Bitwise, thank you. Let's see. I gotta open it off stream. I'm sorry. I trust you, but... Oh, open game art. Yeah, I should have... Okay, yeah. Here, let's check this out. Okay, we've got night sky right here. Don't think that's a cube map, though. Let's see. Do they have anything else? This says Space Skybox. Okay, wait a second. Okay, textures in this pack. Maybe this will work. Let's try this out. Okay, cool. Thank you. I think this will work. Let's put it there. And hopefully they've named them what they are. Oh, cool. 2 skyboxes, too. Oh, no, they're just 1, 2, 3. I need to know what sides these are. Okay, it's all good. We can figure it out. We'll just play around with it till we get the right one. Yeah, this will work, though. Let's copy that. Or actually, let's just go into here. Assets. Images. Skybox. Okay. Nope, wrong one. And then we'll copy this. Yeah, and those look like they're higher resolution too, which is nice. Okay, we'll do that. We'll call this back for now. We'll figure this out. Kind of flip things around until it looks right. Okay. Night back. Night front. Night left. What are the chances that I get this right first try? I say 0. Night right. Night top. And night bottom. Okay. Cool. So we'll try this out. Let's see if it works. I keep going to the wrong thing. We'll just launch this and see what happens. 200%. 50%. I don't think you guys are using real math to calculate these things. Okay. I can't actually see anything because of the sun in my in real life. But let's see. I think I have no idea which way this is supposed to go. Yeah, it's definitely not right. And I don't know which way I'm looking. I should probably check and see which way I'm looking. Okay, so this is right here. Okay, so this is like front, I think. This one. And back. Well, I definitely know which one is top. Which one should be top, though, I guess is the question. I'm guessing the one that should be top is probably one of the darker ones, which looks like one of these two. Let's actually look at these pictures, because that might help more than me just, like, looking at that. Okay, so if we look at this... Yeah, let's actually look at these and try and assemble them together, and then I can sort of go from there. Okay, let's open up A Sprite again. new. We'll do like 4096 by 4096 because I'm not sure how big those are. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and grab these. No. Oh, whoa, these are 4K textures too. Sweet. Okay, let's actually, instead of this... Wait, no, actually, I don't think that is. Let's open this up in Inkscape, though, because I think this is just going to be easier to put together in there. Hopefully, it won't break this time. Okay, so if we go drag that in, drag that in. Okay, cool. Things are working this time. Cool. So then if I snap this together, we can sort of piece it together. So that was 1, that's 2. See, I can't zoom in and out, though, which is annoying. Weird that I can't do that. That's what I think, like, Streamlabs is messing with my key bindings or something. Can we zoom in and out from this or something? View, zoom out. Okay, I have to do this manually because Streamlabs is messing with my key bindings for some reason. I cannot zoom out anymore. Wait, yes I can. Okay, cool. So where does this go? And now I can't grab stuff. What is up with this? Okay, there we go. No. Yeah, what the heck is up with this? This is so weird. Is it because of this cursor thing? Wait, let me turn this off. Okay, it was because of that thing. You guys can't see my mouse now, but at least I can move stuff around. So we're gonna do that for now. So this is 1 and 2. Let's see how these fit together. I definitely don't think they fit together that way, but we'll go with it for now. This is 3. That's definitely not right as well. This is 4. Why would people name these 1, 2, 3, 4? Like, who's gonna be able to tell what that is? Just name them something simple. That makes sense. Like front, back, left, right. Okay, that's 5. That's 6. Okay, now I just can't remember, or I can't forget what order these are in. So I think 3 probably goes up here. Nope, that doesn't look right. This one goes above here. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, so 6 is the top. And what is that? 1, 2, 3 is the front. Or no, 3 is the back, 6 is the top. So then is 5 the bottom? No. Is that right? Wait a second. Is that right? I don't... No, it looks like, yeah, it looks like those are combining, right? But the colors look different. Huh. Okay, patched up. Sorry, let me check this out. Okay, is 3 the bottom and 6 is front? Oh, that could be something too. Yeah, 3 could be the bottom. I think you're right. Okay. So 3 is bottom, 6 is front. So does this go up here? Nope, that doesn't go there. What about here? Nope, that doesn't go there. These two definitely look like, whoops, they should go together. Like this looks like it should connect there, but it looks like it's flipped, which is also weird. Actually, once we piece this together, we don't even have to remember the names of them. Once we piece this together, I can just export these. So we'll do that. What about this? Wait, I think this looks like it connects better. Did I do that before? I might have. Okay, that's the same thing I did before. Never mind. Let's see. Where does this one go? That definitely does not connect there. Yeah, but then look at this. Like, this definitely doesn't look right. What about these two? They go together? Oh, wait. This looks right. Okay, I think that's right. What about this one? Okay, that's definitely right, too. Okay, wait. We're getting somewhere. Wait, no, I don't think that is right. Wait, is it? That might be right. I don't know. Maybe the person who uploaded this is just tricking us all and none of these go together. They just uploaded random images to let us suffer. Does this look right at all? I don't think it does. I wish there was some more identifying things that we could use to like figure out. Okay, so this should definitely continue. Let's see. Does it continue there? Yeah, okay, so that's definitely right. Those two go together. Cool. What about this one? Does this go here? Swap the back and bottom as you now have them. Yep, like that. Okay. Since this chat is lagged in the in Twitch, I can't really tell what's going on with you guys. So when I see your messages, it might be too late, which is unfortunate. Is this right? I think this might be it. Okay, that looks like it goes together. Is that right? Whoops, I don't even have that connected. Let's see. That doesn't look right. Oh, wait, maybe this goes down here. And we do that, and then this goes up here. Nope, that doesn't look right either. Swap top and bottom. Or wait, actually, this looks like this might continue from there. No. Or does it? Wait a second. This should be the easy part. I can't figure out how to connect these for the life of me. Okay, wait, let's see. This has some blue up there. Okay, what did I just do? I have no idea what I just did there. Can I undo that? No, I can't. Okay, guys, we're restarting because I broke Inkscape somehow. I don't know what I just did there, but we're reopening and we're going to start this again. Close without saving. Okay. Let's try the other one because I feel like the other one might be easier. Does it have more identifying? Yes, maybe. Okay. Cool. This might be easier to work with. Maybe. I think it might be the same thing, just different colors. Which would be very unfortunate if it is. Okay. So, does that go together? Nope, that definitely does not. What about these two? Nope. What about this one? Okay, that definitely goes together. This is already off to a better start. What about this one? Does this go down here? That does. Not. Does this go here? Yeah, that looks right. Oh, wait, maybe they have theirs this way. Is that why I've been messing up this whole time? Okay, does this go? No, it doesn't go there. But this definitely goes with this? No. What about this one? Nope, that's not right either. What about up here? Okay, that looks right. Cool. So that's right. What about up here? Nope. What about right here? Nope, that doesn't look right either. That does not look right either. That looks like the same image, just flipped. Does it go here? No, that's definitely not right either. Oh man, why is this so hard? Did they say anything on the website about like, wait, 2 space skyboxes I made? Okay, no, they are not saying what order it's in. Oh man, this is annoying. Some are probably rotated. Just imagine if NASA needed to manually compose their images like that. Yeah, that'd be annoying. I really hope some aren't rotated, because like, why would you rotate them and then upload them rotated? That just, it's cruel. I hope they didn't do that. Do these two connect together? No, there's no way that connects together. Maybe they do though. Wait a second. Okay, no, yeah. These are definitely two different colors. Okay. What about one of these ones? Wait a second. Nope, that's not right either. Do I have these two wrong? No, this can't be wrong, because look at that. There's no way those connect. And that this is wrong. Yeah, that's definitely right. Okay, I just have to figure out the rest of it. You want to try to puzzle them together? Okay, wait, yeah, let me send the link for these. Sorry, guys. That's probably a good idea. Okay. Link is sent. Please help. If anybody gets this, I would be very much appreciative. If you do, send it in the Discord and I will check it out. Okay. So we've got this. But nothing looks like it should connect to that. That's not right. Oh, wait, that looks right. Okay. There we go. So those two definitely go together. It's just where do they connect after that? Does this go to that? That does look right. Wait a second. Did I just figure this out? Finally? Oh, okay, okay. I think wait, no. No, that's not right. There's no way this is right, too. Those colors are different. This definitely looks right, though. I just can't tell if it is or not. Yeah, it doesn't look right. Zip is downloading slow. Uh-oh. Do these two go together? Let's see. Okay, this looks like it might go together. I can kind of see like two little faint things. So maybe that goes there. That goes there, maybe. That's definitely not right though. What about this one? That's definitely not right either. What about up here? Nope, that's definitely wrong too. Did they just orient this in like a really weird direction or something? Because none of these colors are matching. Yeah, that's definitely not matching. Man, what the heck? You would think... Wait, okay, wait a second. That matches. Did they do it up and down? Is this why this is impossible to figure out? Because it's up and down. Nope, that doesn't look right. Okay, that definitely connects. I think. Right? Yeah, that looks like it connects. Okay. I think we're almost there. But then I've got these two. So is there any other system you could think of I need to on top of this, excluding CPU flags? I will let VoxRoofs take this one. I don't know. Wait a second. Let's see. Wait, oh, maybe this just goes here. Wait, is that right? Wait a second. Okay, I think we did it. That looks right. Okay. I think that looks right. Let's just export these and then we'll see if it works. Okay. File export PNG. Okay, there we go. We'll do the selection, export that as, so this is the back. This is the front. Okay, let's do that. Let's go to this, Minecraft, assets, images. This is night front. Okay, export, replace. Cool, then this would be night front. So if we wrapped this around, that's the right side, I think. Night, right? That's right there. Okay, then this would be the back. Night back. This would be the left. Top. And bottom. Okay, I pray to God this works because I don't want to mess with this anymore. I guess they can go on the right. Yep, have the blue one. Okay, let's see. Does this work? This was supposed to be the easy part. Just download a cube map, okay? How hard could it be? Apparently, it could be very hard. No, this is completely wrong. What did I do wrong? Did I just export them in the wrong order? I think I have top and bottom mixed up, maybe. Because this definitely connects. That connects. Okay, so all the sides connect. I think I just have top and bottom flipped. Let's go. Where's this? This right here. So let's change this night top to. Change this to night bottom. And then change this back to night top. Okay. Does that work? Or rotated wrongly. Yeah, I guess that's true too. We could have it wrong rotation. Let's see. Yeah, for the top part. Yeah, I think it is rotated the wrong direction. Is it? Let me see what the bottom looks like. Let's go down. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to leave it here for now. The good news is we can change between day and nighttime. So if I say set time, there we go, we've got daytime. And then I can figure out the right one at some other point. Okay. And then if we go back to like 700, that's better. Okay, if you don't look up, it almost looks okay. I might just go ahead and create my own cube map, honestly, because I hate when this type of stuff happens and it just doesn't look right. So probably we'll have to do that. Okay, it looks like I'm leaking some memory too. Wait a second, what was that? Let's fix that real quick. That will be an abrupt skybox change. Yeah, I know, I'm gonna add the blending, don't worry. Eventually. I think you swap top and bottom. Wait, CP 1987. The blue night sky is 5 top, 3 left, 2 front, 1 right, 4 back. Let's try that. 6 down. Okay. Let's go back here. Skybox 2. So you said the blue one is 5 top. Okay. And then 3 left. Night left. 2 front, night front, 1 right. Whoops, did not mean to open that. Night right, and then 4 back and 6 down. Okay, and then this is night bottom. And then you sent me one on Discord. Okay, let's see if this works real quickly. Copy that, paste it over this, replace. Let's see what we get. Load. Fargo Bitwise, thank you for following. Wait, I think this looks right. Oh man, I can't see. It's too bright in my room to actually like see if this is. Okay, so all the sides look like they're connected once again. Whoa, I cannot see. Okay, the bottom. Yeah, it looks like I just need to rotate like the bottom and the top. I think that's what's going wrong here. So we'll have to fix that. I do have some memory leaks and stuff too. Let me just check Discord real quickly too for your stuff patch step. Let's see. You zipped it up and everything too. Thank you. I will try your stuff off stream, Patch Step. Actually, I'll download your zip real quick. Let's see if this works. Blue.zip. Let's see. And we'll extract that. Okay, because I think we have a problem where it's just like, okay, sweet, thank you. Let's go ahead and paste these over here. Okay, and then I just got to do that. Oh, let me turn on my cursor too so that you guys can actually see again. Here. Okay, let's do this. And this. Hopefully this works because I'm out of ideas. I think they're just rotated the top and bottom portions, and that's why we're not seeing it correct. Okay, cool. So let's do that. Copy, paste, replace, and let's see what we get. Okay, let's see. Yeah, looks like it's rotated wrongly on the top and bottom again. Uh-oh, looks like we got a PNG artifact too. That's fine though. Okay, looks like we got some white line. Yeah, because they're not connecting completely in the corners, which is kind of weird. Or the creator of that asset just trolled us and all of these don't work. So there's just no way to patch it together. Okay. Anyways, though, yep. So we'll add blending and stuff later. Let's see, where's this memory leaking from? Because, okay, texture.c. Oh, it's because I'm not freeing that. Let's just go into the world. Free. Wait, where's... Okay, there we go. And then where we destroy the cube maps, then we can say sky night skybox.destroy. Okay, cool. So that should be good. Okay, guys, I'm going to end the stream right about here though. Happy New Year to everybody too. Thank you, SC Woods. Yep. So hopefully you guys enjoy your day, spend some time with family and stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Won't be streaming tomorrow, so I probably won't be streaming again till like next Saturday. But yeah, good to see everybody, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Okay, see ya.